Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start our third lesson, lesson 3. My name is Anjum Satar, and we are doing OTHM Level 7 Extended Diploma in Strategic Management and Leadership. And today our modules will be Strategic Marketing and L03 Learning Outcome 3, Lesson 3. Please, if you are listening this recording, feel free, just drop me email if you have any question. Okay, we'll start. Anybody any question up to now? We'll start. First of all, we'll recap what we learned up to now, and then we'll start our lesson. Okay. So lesson 1, we learn about be able to critically analyze the principle of strategic marketing management, where I discuss with you definition of management, what is meant by difference between marketing and selling concept as well. We discuss about production concept, various other concepts as well. So inductive contents, first lesson, we learn about critically discuss the nature and the purpose of marketing in our organization. I discuss with you different department. We discuss aims and objective, and how we can interrelate with marketing. So I mention you different authors view, different author definitions as well. So this analyze the application in a different marketing concepts, which we discuss different marketing concept, production concepts. We discuss social marketing concept, green marketing concept. Those we discussed during the lesson as well. Explanation of the process. We discuss the process of marketing, and we discuss about planning, how we can plan. We discuss about fiscal, political, economic, social, and technological factors. So LO2, be able to apply the tools for analyzing business environment in the strategic marketing. We face two types of environment, micro and macro. We discuss about smart objective, how we can set smart objective. We discuss about BCG metrics. We discuss about Porter 5 forces. We discuss PEST. We discuss internal and external environment, and we discuss about FW is internal and OT is external environment. We discuss stakeholders, what is meant by stakeholders expectations and power of stakeholders. Those sort of things we discussed during the previous lesson, lesson 2, and now we are moving to lesson 3. Be able to critically discuss market segment. So what is meant by segment? Segment means divide the total market into the small proportion, into the small element. Because think about, if you want to sell the product in the whole UK and you want to be one product for everyone, so that's not going to meet the needs and the wants of the customer. So we need to make the product, and we need to segment, like maybe if you've been to ASDA, different supermarket, you will see different brands like ASDA Smart Price, ASDA Premium brands, and other brands as well. So those are segment according to the purchasing power of the client, because the lower class, middle class, and upper class of society, they have a different power, different ability to pay. So we need to be look around those, and we need to segment on different basis. We can segment as well. Those we discuss, and we'll discuss more in details today lesson. So critically discuss the market segment in our organization context, evaluate the target segment in our organization context. We need to evaluate why we need to segment, because design, differentiate brand positioning. What is the brand, how we can position them, and the role of segmentation in a branding is very, very important. So all this we will be discussed during our today lesson. So please, whenever you go through each learning outcome and go through critically, yes, so we'll go through the segmentation and how we can developing and discuss the market segment, evaluate and deciding about the target market and the segment, developing differentiated brand positioning. And so all this will be focused in our lesson today. So we'll start our lesson. Anybody any question up to now? So please carry on chatting in the chat box if you're online, if you have any question. Okay, we'll start. It's lesson 3, and my name Anjum. And if you have any question, drop me email. Today lesson we are covering L03, learning outcome 3, be able critically discuss market segmentation. So keyword is a market segmentation, targeting and brand positioning. These are the key 3 areas we'll focus. So these will be assessed in 3 assessment criteria: critical, evaluate, and design. So that will be focused on. So first we'll start with the example of Procter and Gamble. PG, we have, it's a quite big multinational company. They have many brands and they have operation more than 100 countries in the world. So P and G. So if you I'll quick show you the brand. It's good to when we'll cross reference so you can easily. So these are different brands of PG, Procter and Gamble, which is one of the biggest American companies, and they have. So if you look the brands and different part of the world, they are selling these brands. So look, Head and Shoulder, I think so most of us is familiar with it. So Head and Shoulder is a Procter and Gamble. Pantene, we quite familiar, is quite popular brand. Pampers, uh, Waze, Ariel, Fairy, and if you look, yes, Vicks in other country, different. Gillette, yes, I think so most of us is quite familiar with this. So these are all the brand of Procter and Gamble. Hello. Okay, welcome. So we'll start now. So these are the quite popular brand of Procter and Gamble. So please, P&G. So this is one of a multinational companies. The it's a American company. They have operation more than 100 countries. So they have segmented the brand according to location, according to area, according to the purchasing, according to the behavior, according to the usage, on different basis of segmentation. They have segmented these brands. Okay, so we'll start further and they will go through. Anybody, any question? Hello, welcome. Okay, so PG, Procter and Gamble competing with itself and the winning. Procter and Gamble brand compete directly with each other. Reason for its many brand, different people wants different and set of the benefit and strategy in the laundry, in detergent segment, identify different segment, sub-segment, they position each segment and identify niche market. They're not major market, it's a small segment of. So next we look now designing a customer driven marketing strategy. So we need to develop the customer driven marketing strategy. Why? Because customer is a king. If you don't offer them the product that meet the needs and the wants of the individual, we're not going to satisfy it. So we need to make sure we'll segment. That will help. So segment means the divide the total market into the smaller segment. So think about like in especially in the developing countries, Head and Shoulder in one sachet is a small pack because people don't have purchasing power to buy a big bottle 100 ml or more than 100 ml. So that's why they are segment according to the purchasing power. It's a small segment. Then target, selecting the segment to enter. So different segment for different target market. Differentiation mean your decide on the value proposition and differentiate the market offering to create the superior customer value. So always we're looking different product to different. We can position the market offering the minds of the target customer. So our purpose is to create value for target customer. So we want to be sell more, and but we will really want in marketing to satisfy the needs and the want. Major segment variable consumer market geographic. So we can segment the market according to the area, according to the geographic. So different nations, regions, states, like think about, Procter and Gamble advertising campaigns in different countries is a different, like a Pepsi in different country, different, what, keeping in view of the cultures and various other elements, they segment the advertising campaigns accordingly as well. Nations, regions, states, countries, and cities. So that come under the geographic. What about demographic, age, life cycle stages, like how much is young people, how many old, middle class, middle age, uh, children, adults. So we can education, what their education levels are, what are the religious belief. Maybe some product, like if think about the McDonald in India, operation in India especially, they can't sell because the big, the vegetarian population. So we need to make sure we sell the product, we segment the product accordingly. Then psychographic, social classes, upper class, lower class, middle class, social status, lifestyle, personalities, and people really, some they're very keen, some they're not bothered about what sort of the product, depends, so we need to make sure we understand the psychology of the people and we will sell. Behavior is occasions, like think about on Diwali, on Eid, or the various occasions, different product, it's a behavior of the people to use more. So we need to be segment accordingly. Occasions, benefit, use status, usage rate. If somebody is using more, so we can 120 wash detergent, washing liquid, so we can look around because the usage is more, so we can offer them big pack. And loyalty status, so if somebody is very loyal your organization, so maybe we can launch some vouchers, some discount, like in Tesco in the UK they have a loyalty card. So we can look around these things to maximize our market shares, and we need to make sure. So we need to make sure, we have enough resources, and we betterly understand how we can do, how we can segment it. First of all, of course, you need a market research. You have a good information. So we'll discuss about the geographic segmentation, dividing a market into different geographical units, such as the nation states. So think about European market, think about the Asian market, think about in different regions within it as well. Demographics segmentation, dividing the market into the segment based on the variables such as age, life cycle, religion, ethnicity, like earlier mentioned. So dividing the market into different age and the life cycle. Gender segmentation, dividing into how much male and female. So male user more, so male product we need to promote more, or females. Income segmentation, yes, we can segment of the income classes, per capita income. So always we need to do. Let's think about per capita income of UK. So UK per capita income is around $45,000 per year per person. So per capita income mean the total income, total GDP of the country, and divided by the number of people in that country, the population, and we can find per person income. Like in other country, people income can be like maybe in India is around $8,000 a year, and when we look China, around $10,000 to $12,000 a year. When we look around Saudi Arabia, maybe it's around $20,000 a year. and when we'll compare with Norway, is the highest is around $85,000 per person income. So if we want to sell it, if we'll make the pricing strategy, then we need to look around and focus on the quality of the product. Of course, we need to make our sure we'll provide the quality, but different income group, different ability to purchasing power. So we need to segment according to the income. Psychographic segmentation, marketed segment their market using the variables such as social classes, consumer lifestyle, and the consumer personality. Products people buy reflect their lifestyle. Of course, different lifestyles. So social classes, upper class, lower class, middle class, lower middle. So we can further divide them. Consumer life and the personalities. All this really focus. So behavior segmentation, occasion segmentation, divide according to the occasions. When think about during Easter holidays, what sort of the product, how much we need to produce, how much we need to sell, where we need to sell, what sort of the benefit we need to be offered, because that can be that occasion and we can link it. Okay, behavior segmentation, user status. Market can be segmented into the non-user, ex-user, and the potential user, first-time user, and regular user. So, is a first-time user, so we need to look around how we can attract them, how they will buy, and we need to offer them some benefit. So, so regular user, we need to retain, we need to give them some benefit like a loyalty discount. Usage rate, how often they use, high user, low user, medium user, loyalty status. So is if people are moving from one product to other product. So we need to make sure how many alternative or substitute products are available in the market. So multiple segmentation bases help companies to identify a smaller, better defined target group. Identify, understand the key customer segment, reach the customer more efficiently. Yes, we can try to meet the needs and the wants of the most of the population in the country. So we always try our best to maximize our market share, to segment the market, or we can maximize our profit by segmenting right product for right people at right place in the right time, the right occasion. So all this we need to look around to be segment. Anybody, any question? Okay, segmentation, business market. So consumer market we can, and then we can segment according to the business market. Business B2B, business to business. B2C is a business to customer. Sometime, in a job advert, you will say, oh, you have experience B2B. It means business to business. You have experience B2C is business to customer, business to consumer market. So consumer and the business market usually many of the same variable as for the segmentation. Variable use business market segmentation include operating characteristic. Operating, what are the operation? Purchasing approaches can be situational factor and personal characteristic of. So all this we need to look around. The variable, geographic location, economic factor, political, legal factor, and cultural factor. So we need to look around if we segmenting international market. So geographical location. Think about the some product in some country have a very hot temperature. So where warm weathers, like think about in Asia, especially in India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and some part in China. So there is temperature wise. So if we want to be face cream, so we want to sell it, so we need to look around the geographic location, and we need to segment, and we need to advertise accordingly as well. Economics factor, we need to look around in different countries, what are the economics factors are, so we need to segment. Political and legal factors, yes, we need to look around the political and the legal factor as well. Cultural factor, yes, we need to look around the cultural factor. Cultures mean the norms, value, the way. Think about, like I gave you the example of McDonald's. So McDonald's can segment their product according to the culture, according to the religious, according to the beliefs of the people. So those we need to make sure we have a product that meets the needs of and the wants of the customer. Intermarket, cross-market segmentation, grouping the consumer with the similar need, buying irrespectively of their locations. Okay, so when we requirement for effective marketing, always we need a smart. We need to make sure the segmentation is measurable, is it accessible, is it substantial, is it differentiable, and is it actionable. So we need to make sure MASDA. So we need to look around the measurable, accessible, substantial, differentiable, and actionable. That's differentiation. So market targeting. What is meant by evaluating the various segment based on the segment size and the growth. So think about the segment size, like the young population, old population can be, and we can look around and we can make the product for maximize our market share. Segment structural and attractiveness, company's objective and resources. What are objective? Our objective can be market shares maximization. We need to make sure our profit maximization. We make our customer providing value added product, and all these are the objectives. Selecting the target market. Target market is a set of buyers sharing common needs or the characteristics that the company decide to serve. So we need to make sure we want to serve them. So we can target them, we can segment them, we can divide into groups. Undifferentiated mass marketing. We can't really, if we want target broadly one product throughout the UK. So undifferentiated mass, we could use the word mass marketing. Differentiated segmented marketing. So we can segment according to different, maybe we'll say north, south, mid. So that's, concentrated niche marketing. So niche marketing, maybe low dem area, we'll say low quality product for different ethnic group. Maybe we can, depends, what sort of the purchasing power they have, the people. Micro marketing, local and individual marketing, because we can make the logos according to the requirement of the company, according with the slogan. Otherwise we are selling the product or the stationery, but we can target it narrowly. So that is called, okay, choosing targeting strategy. So whenever we'll choose the strategy, we need to, strategy mean the action plan. The word strategy is derived from the Greek word strategist, which used to be in military, how we can encounter our competitors, our enemies in the military, but here in the business world we use our competitors. So factor that consider the company resources. We need to look around what resources we have. So what sort of the resources? In terms of resources, three major resources: man, financial, and material. So what infrastructure we have? Do we have a building? Do we have a warehouse? Do we have a machinery? Do we have a trained people? Do we have a money for it? So all this we need. That's called the company resources. Product variability. How much product is variable? Product life cycle. Which life cycle? Product life cycle have a stages. For the slides we'll go through. Introductory, boom, growth, and maturity and decline stage. So all we need to look around the different segment or different ways, a different marketing strategy we can use at the different product life cycle stages. So market variability. Is it market variability? Is it varies? And think about the Brexit and think about the news and the message carry on coming. It's huge impact on the marketing, and we need to make the strategy. Competitors marketing strategy. What your competitor is doing? They're offering 24/7 customer service. You need to make sure you have a strategies in place to be encounter your competitors. Social marketing. That is a huge, your company think is a waste of resource to spend money on the local schools, on the local welfare of the people. That is a social, as a society, welfare of society. Various like a Unilever's hand pump scheme, Unilever wash your hand campaigns, especially in the developing countries. So you need to think about, because actually you're helping people, you're promoting your product, ultimately they will buy it. You're not really giving forever free to them, but actually instead of you spend a lot of money on advertising, why not social marketing? People will be appreciate that you build the schools. you build the road, you sponsor the game, and these sort of, the social marketing we need to should be done and serve the interest of the companies and interest of those targets. It need to be both interests. So differentiate and positioning. Firm must decide when segment to target and the value proposition. What value proposition will you use? So refreshing, honest. Yes, so this drink or this tea, we need to be look around the product position, the way product is defined by the consumer, and the important, oh, this is the nice product. This will help you to protect your hair or various others. So we need to look around positioning map, so we can position our product on the positioning map. We can show what shares we have, how many product we launch, how many we sell it. So we can, if we look in terms of the cars, especially luxuries car. So we can see the positioning. Like you will see the Toyota positioning there at the top of the map, and the Land Rover's positioning, and some in terms of the performance and the shares, thousands, and then these are different brands. You will see there and their market share. So we can differentiate. Okay, identify the set of the differentiate competitive advantage, choosing the right competitive advantage. Competitive advantage means you have advantage against your competitors and overall your positioning strategy. Competitive advantage over the competitor gained by offering greater customer value, either by having lower price, providing more benefit. Just, we are giving 3-year free warranty. We are offering you buy now and pay in 4 years or 5 years. So we can look around, the firm can differentiate in terms of the product, service, channel. Oh yes, because Toyota have various service centers. So that's why maybe some people think Toyota, we can buy a Toyota, the free 2 years, 3-year warranty of the car, and is the various service centers. Is those are the quite convenience for us. So we can use different to attract it. So choosing the right competitive advantage, unique selling point. So you need to be look around the USP. You need to create USP, unique selling point. But these unique selling point is not forever. So you carry on reviewing it, because no, we have a smart cars, we have electric cars, so we need to make sure we'll carry on doing. So unique selling points, position on more than one differentiators, criteria of differentiator important, distinctive, spurious, communicable, and affordable and profitable. So of course these are the product we need to, and we need to make sure we'll promote accordingly and we use the right media. Okay, possible value proposition, price, more for more, more for the same, and more for less. So we can make the pricing strategy. You will get more benefit for more. If you pay more, you will get more. More for the same, you will get more benefit with the same price. You will more for less, you more benefit with the less price. So the same for the less and the less for the more. So all we can look around the benefit, this metrics, we can ask the question. Winning value proposition, more for the more, provide the more upscale product or the service, charge a higher price to cover the higher costs. More for the same, high quality at the lower price can be used to attack more for the more positioning. The same for less, give a good deal, your discount store that offer deep discount based on the superior purchasing power, and lower, less for less, meeting the consumer lower performance or quality requirement as much lower price. More for less, the best winning proposition and very difficult for the company to sustain. So we need to make sure we'll have, so positioning statement, we can look around target segment and the needs and our brand, the concept and the point to be differentiate. Capture anything, access anywhere, and find the things fast. So like internet providers. Communicate and choose the position. Of course, we need to make sure we'll communicate marketing mix. Anybody knows marketing mix? We discussed 4 P's: product, price, promotion, and place. So we need a right mix it when we want to differentiate. Firm must take the care of maintain the positioning obtained through the consistent performance and communication. Communication need to be effective. We can understand customer understand us, our message they can interpret, and we can use them for benefit to achieve our objective. Product positioning should be monitored and adopt over the time and match the changes. So product life cycle is consist of introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So think about iPhone is the maturity stage, or we can say at the growth stage. Different model, some may be at the decline stage. So maybe in other part of the world those are at the introductory stage, because but the Nokia ordinary phone of course is a declining stage. So maybe still is some market there, but it's very little. So we need to make sure we have a right advertising channel, we use the right mix to be attract the customer, and which product life cycle we are in that, and which country that product and which stage we have. So we can target our market, and we can offer, and we can get, if those are product, maybe we'll change the color, we'll introduce the new features and benefit. Okay, what are the benefit of segmentation? So if we segment, what are the benefits? So better matching customer need differ, and creating a separate product for each segment makes sense. Enhance profit for the business. Customer have different disposable income and vary in the how sensitive they are to price. By segmenting market, business can average price and subsequently enhance the profit. Better opportunity for growth. Market segment can build sales. For example, customer can encourage to trade up after being sold an introductory lower price product. Retain more customer by marketing product that appeal to customer at different stage in different life cycle. A business can retain the customer who might otherwise switch to the competing product and the brand. Target marketing, and the business need to deliver their marketing message a relevant customer audience, be segment market and target. Of course, to whom really we want to be. Gain shares of the market segment through careful segmentation and targeting. Business can increase the market shares and reduce the cost, because ultimately you're selling more, you should reduce the cost, and you should in the long run you try to look around how you can drop the price to create the value for. And that's why if those are the big company, they are in a position to drop it, and really is very difficult for the small, but they don't want to drop up to certain, because people perceive it that this is the poor quality of the product. Okay, I have copied a few journal articles. Those are quite good to read. So guys, please, when you copy this link, 3 journal will be on Moodle as well. So what you can do, paste this link. Okay, so it's quite good journal. Market segmentation as a strategy for the customer satisfaction and retention. So segmentation is a strategy for the customer retention. So like it's quite good if you read the abstract of the journal, it explain you a lot of things. Of course, in today competitive world, market segmentation is a crucial marketing strategy with them to identify market segment which would become a target for the company and marketing plan. Segmentation is very important if the players in the industries are to achieve the customer satisfaction. So satisfaction, ultimately retention, and ultimately increase the profit. If you carry on approaching new customer always the more costly. So it's quite good discussion. So please guys, make sure you will read. Everyone, make sure please you will read. Second journal article, I have copied all 3 journals. So please show you few. Those will be on the Moodle as well. Okay, this is one of other journal is quite good to read. Pharmaceutical companies marketing segmentation in the age of internet. So it's an internet era, how they can segment and how they can use different channels in the pharmaceutical industry. So please make sure, please, it's quite good to read. And other one is quite good. Yes, understand in especially in the hospitality industry. So if you have you in a hospitality business, how we can segment the market, what is meant by customer ANOVA is analysis of variance, which we use the techniques to segment it. So it's quite good these three journal articles to read to develop further understanding. I have copied some links within a PowerPoint for quizzes, please. So it's quite good to be go through these quizzes, especially this quiz on segmentation. Carry on doing always. So please make sure you just copy this link and then segmentation, targeting, and positioning, because that's our key topic today. So please carry on doing, and you can pick, if you're wrong, let's say I'm picking randomly and you think so it's correct this one. So if it's wrong, so you will get the answer at the end. You can review as well. So please carry on doing. These are the 10 questions and just go through. That will help you to develop your understanding. So anybody, any question? Okay. So let's a bit recap what we learned today. Today we discuss about market segmentation. We discuss different on the basis of demographic, psychography, behavior, segmentation, which we discussed. The targeting is mean to which market segment, the population segment you can target, and which brand you will focus and you position according to your target. So all this we discussed today lesson, and we have three assessment criteria. I refer you three journals. Those will help you to address these assessment criteria as well. And the quiz, please go through. If you have any questions, feel free, drop me email. My name is Anjum Sathar at anjum@ukversity.co.uk. Also, I will speak to you all by next week, and please make sure carry on attending lesson. We have 2 learning outcome left, which will try to be addressed next within 2 lessons. If you have any question, last lesson I'll go through assignment brief with you. Please make sure carry on working an assignment, go through task 1. And if you have any question or you think you're not sure about how to address, please try to do your send me. I'll give you the feedback, informal feedback, and that will help you to be prepare your assignment as well. If you have any questions, feel free, drop me email, and hope so all will see you next week and speak with you next week. Thank you. Bye bye.